Welcome to Coding Style channel. Today in part 20 we will see Windows application programming using C#. So let's see how to develop a Windows application. Go for File menu, New and Project. Then we will select Windows Form application. Then we can specify a name of our project, that is first Win demo. So here it is a form through which we can design our application. You can resize as per your need. Here it is a toolbox from which we can take different types of tools. You can see a different category of tools are available inside the toolbox. So these are the common controls. So first of all we will learn textbox. So we can select it and drag it on the form. So this is called a drag and drop functionality. Let's see a property, event and method for textbox. So if you want to set a property for that control, then you can select property. So you will be navigated to property window. Whenever you are going to set any property, just check that you are going to set the property of selected control. So first property is the name. So name property indicates the name used in code to identify the object. So whenever we will write the code, at that time this control textbox will be considered as textbox 1. If we will change the name of it, then this control will be changed or identify the given name, that is txt_as name. So now it will not be identified by textbox 1, but it will be identified by txt_as name during the code. Next, we have taken a second text box and we just don't changed the name property. So let's check, that is text box. So here it is a text box 1 and first text box is given name, that is txt_xname. So whatever the value given in front of name property, that can be used during the code. So let's understand another property for text box. This one is back color. So whenever you will click back color, at that time you will be prompted for 3 tab, that is custom, web and system. Whatever the color you want to set, you can select it and set it as a background of a particular control. This back color property is supported by many controls. Then this one is the cursor, that is the default cursor. Let's run this example. So here you can see a pointer is converted to a cursor whenever we will be in the area of text box. So let's understand a cursor property. So we are going to set app starting as a cursor. So now you can come to know a cursor property by setting its value. Then this one is the enable. By default enable has a true value, so we are able to write anything inside the text box. Now let's set the default value, that is false. So this text box has enabled false, so we are not able to place a cursor, so we are able to write inside the next text box only because we have set the enable as false. Next one is font. So we can set font size, font style, font name or font family over here. So we have set size as 60 and font style as bold. As you can see, now we will be able to write in a bold font style. Then this one is the 4 color. So whenever you will click on 4 color drop down, at that time you will be prompted a 3 tab, that is custom web and system. As per your choice you can set it font size, font color. So now we will be have a text content in a red color. So as per your need you can set the 4 color for that control. Then this one is location. Location has x and y coordinate. So x means from the left side and y means from the top side. So if we change a value of it, then you will have a clear idea that x means left side and y means from the top side. So whatever the property you are setting from property window, that will be considered as design time property. You can also set it at runtime. So property that you will set during the code, that can be considered as runtime property. Like this, txt underscore sname dot enable is equal to false. So txt sname is now enabled false because we have set enable is equal to false at runtime. Next property is max length. So max length have a default value, that is 32767. So now we will specify 5. So now we will be able to enter only 5 character. Now we will not be able to enter more character because we have set the max length as 5. Then this one is the multiline. So whenever you are dealing with address text box, at that time you need to specify multiline as true. Now you can resize control as per your need because we have set multiline as true. Then this one is password care. So whatever you will enter inside the password that character will be converted into asterisk sign. So right now I am entering A B C D, so we are able to see asterisk sign instead of clear text. So whenever we are going to design a login form, at that time this can be used for password field. Then this one is the read only. So read only has by default value false. Now we are setting it as true, so we will not be able to write anything, but we just will be able to place a cursor. As you can see, our cursor is blinking over here. Next one is scroll bar. So scroll bar indicates for multi-line edit control, which scroll bar will be shown for this control. So scroll bar will work for multi-line control. So if our text box has a multi-line true, then we will be able to see a scroll bar over here. So as per your need, you can set the scroll bar for text box as multi-line. Then next, this one is the size, width and height. Then this one is important for Tabindex. So whenever you are going to design a professional application, at that time Tabindex will be used. Let's check this property by taking a multiple text box inside our demo application. You can also double click inside the toolbox. Now I am arranging a control as random sequence. So our first control has a cursor for right now. Now I am pressing tab, so second text box has a cursor now. Now I am again pressing tab key, so it is going for this text box. We just need a cursor over here, while from this text box I am pressing tab. At that time I will be here instead of this place. So for that I need to set a tab index in a sequential manner. So I will select tab index, that is 0, then 1, then tab index will be 2, then 3, then 4, and this one have 5. Now let's run this example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our 6 control has now a proper tab index. Then this one is the text. You can set the text inside the control. So text property will be used to set and get the current content of text box. Then this one is visible. So visible has by default value true. So all text boxes are right now we are able to see. So if we want to set visible as false, then what will be happen? So the sixth text box is not visible for right now because we have set visible as false. So some property will have the effect at runtime and some will get the effect at design time. So visible will display the effect of its value at runtime only. So these are the common property for text boxes, and now we are switch over to event. So text change is the default event for a text box. So whenever the content of text box will be changed, at that time text change event will be fired. You can navigate to code window for text change. Just do a double click over here. So text box 5 has a text change event. So this one is the name of control and this one is the name of event, which is separated by underscore. So we just now want to do that. If we will write anything inside this text box, means text box number 5, so we need a text at a time inside the text box 3. So we will use the text change event. So this one is the text change event. So we need a content inside the text box number 3, that is text box 3. We want to set the content of text box 5. So we have used text box 3 dot text is equal to text box 5 dot text. So whenever the content of text box 5 will be changed, at that time the current content of text box 5 will be set inside text box 3. So here I am writing that is A, B, C, D. So at the moment we are able to get a text inside the text box 3. That is due to text changed event. So current content has been changed, and that time text change event will be fired. Next means enable change. So whenever enable has been changed, at that time enabled change event will be fired. The next means enter occurs when a control becomes an active control of the form. So let's see enter event. So text box 3 dot text. So we just have said that is whenever will be in text box 5, at that time enter event will be executed of text box number 5. So we have said that text box 3 dot text is equal to you are in text box 5. So we are just giving a message. So whenever we will put the cursor inside the text box 5, at that time we will have a message that is you are in text box 5. So enter and opposite event is leave. So whenever we will come out from a particular control, at that time leave event will be fired. Let's check leave event. So text box 5 has enter and second one is leave. So text box 3.text is equal to you left text box 5. So we are entering inside the text box 5. So enter event will be first executed. So we are getting text box, you are in text box 5. Now we will click on this text box. So we will come out from text box 5. So we will have another message, that is you left text box 5. So just we are going to click inside this text box. So you left text box 5. So whenever we will click inside the enter event will be fired, and we will just click other than control, then leave event will be fired. Likewise, key down, key press, key up, then multi-line change. If we set a multi-line false, then multi-line has been changed. Then visible change. So if we set visible false, visible true, at that time visible changed event will be fired. In short, visibility will be changed, at that time visible changed will be. So we are going to learn a Keypress event. So we have created another project, that is a Keypress demo. So if you want to validate the input, at that time you can use Keypress event. So we will take text box for that event. Then we are going to take one label, that is for display purpose only. So we are mentioning the text, that is ace name. Now we will set a font property for that controls. So we are setting bold and font size 16. So we have taken then another copied label and text box, and we are setting, that is in a small, that is ace name. So this text box will allow capital letter, this text box will allow small letter. You can also combine in the same text box, that is inside the one text box only. So this control will be identified as text box 1, and this one will be a text box 2. So we are going to set its event, that is key press. So you just need to double click over here. So text box 1 underscore key press. So now we will restrict input. So if here it is key press event args, that is object E. So through key press event arg we will be able to validate our input. So key press event args as a property, that is key care and handle. So key care will return ASCII value for that. So e dot key care greater than or equal to 65, and e dot keychar is less than or equal to 90, then we will be able to enter only a capital letter. So handle is equal to false, otherwise else handle is equal to true. So whenever we will enter capital letter A to Z, so this one is the ASCII range for capital letter, that is 65 to 90. If we are entering capital letter, that is A to Z, then this event will not be handled, otherwise it will handle. So I am just pressing caps lock, and right now I am pressing, that is A, B, C, D. So my content is in capital letter. Now I am pressing backspace, so I am not able to erase the value. At that time I need to specify keychar for backspace also. So I will place OR condition. So keychar is equal to 8. So 8 is the key ASCII for backspace key. So now I will be able to write ABCD, as well as I will be able to press a backspace key. Now I am going to show that how we can enter a small value or in a small letter. So we will select text box 2 and the same, that is Keypress. So if keychar is greater than or equal to 97 and keychar is less than or equal to 122, or keychar is equal to 8. Then handle is equal to false, else handle is equal to true. So by pressing caps lock I will be able to enter and erase. Now we are switch over to next text box, and right now caps lock is on, so I will not able to write anything. I am pressing again caps lock, so caps lock will be off now, and right now I am able to enter a small value, as well as I am also able to erase the value. So this is about Keypress event. Just you need to remember a key ASCII for a particular letter. So for capital letter 65 to 90, for backspace that is 8, for small letter that is 97 to 122. So this is about Keypress event.